Hey guys, Craig Carone here. Hey, today I just want to do a quick tutorial for you guys. I have seen like a lot of you guys having issues with setting up your follow-ups in your NPN autoresponder system. So what I wanted to do is kind of take you through how I set up my autoresponder. And guys, if you go through the lead skimmer, Jeff has a video already that shows you how to set up your autoresponder. So make sure you go through that and follow Jeff's step-by-step tutorial, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to set it up the same way, and I'm going to show you how to set up the follow-ups and show you a few things that you should be doing, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we want to do is, obviously I'm in my NPN account. What you want to do is you need to come down here first, go to NPN products, and I'll go to autoresponder systems, okay? Next thing is you want to go into your NPN Mail Marketer Pro account. And if you're a director, obviously you're in Lead Skimmer and you'll be able to have access to all the different features in the Mail Marketer Pro also. So all you got to do next is click here to log in. If you haven't if you haven't synchronized your NPN account, go ahead and click this and you can synchronize it. That way you don't have to log in. It'll just log you right in. It'll synchronize the same password as your NPN account. That way you don't have two different passwords. So go ahead and click here to log in. And as you can see, we're in the account here. So the first thing we need to do, guys, is we need to create a contact list. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to go to create a contact list. And you can name it anything you want. So I'm going to go ahead and name it my Lead Skimmer 1. All right, since I already created an account for that. And the next thing that we want to do, just like Jeff said in his videos, we can just uncheck all these custom fields. We don't need them. Uncheck all that. Okay, and you can just leave that the way it is. You don't really have to do anything with that. But like I said, you do want to go ahead and uncheck everything here. Everything that Jeff did with the lead skimmer, it just does the email. It doesn't do name and phone number and all that. So none of this is going to really pertain to anything anyways. Okay, next step is obviously if you have a company name, go ahead and put it in there. You don't have to really fill any of this other information if you don't want. And that's really about it. Okay, the other thing too, obviously, there's one thing that I kind of made a mistake on too, is I started sending this. Make sure you change this, okay? Because this is actually, they're going to put in your account that you signed up for when you signed up for the npnmmpro. So change this. If you don't want it sent to your main account, make sure that you change this because your notifications are going to come here, okay? So you might want to change that. So I'm going to change it to Craig at theleadskimmer.com, and I'm going to actually change this too. This actually is going to be the email that people see when they send it to you, or when they get the actual email. It's going to show the email. I wouldn't put a Gmail account there because it really, to me, it doesn't look professional. And this, having your own web domain looks a lot more professional rather than a Gmail account. Okay. And it could make a difference in what people decide, and especially like new people that come online, they see something like that, they're probably not going to think it's very professional because that's kind of what they're looking for when they first come online. A lot of professionalism. All right, so you go ahead and save it, and as you can see, it created my Lead Skimmer 1. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is we need to come up to here to where it says Forms. And we want to create a website form. All right. Just like in his videos, you want to on Just Videos, you want to keep it at subscription, and I'm going to call it My Lead Skimmer 1. Same thing. Jeff does recommend to use single opt-in, and I recommend the same thing. I don't really conduct anything in my business with double opt-in. There's a few things that I do with double opt-in, but mostly membership type sites. With the single opt-in, guys, the reason why you want to do single opt-in is because you're losing a lot of subscribers. You're losing about 25 to 30% of subscribers when doing double opt-in. And let me explain why first. The reason why is because some people are just lazy, point blank. They don't want to go, check their email, or they're giving a fake email sometimes, or it's just because they get so many emails during the day and they figure, well, I'll just go and confirm it later on, and then they forget about it. Okay, and sometimes the double opt-in email just doesn't come. Okay, at least that's the case with a lot of these other autoresponders like Aweber, things like that. So I would just go ahead and take it off. I really wouldn't worry about spam and things like that, guys. Especially with these follow-ups. Only reason why I say this is because of this, guys. If you're creating value in your emails and you're building relationships with people in your emails, you will not have any problems with spam. Okay, double opt-in to me is just a way for these companies to kind of cover their butts, okay? Because they don't want to they want to keep their servers whitelisted, and some people do kind of abuse the system, but they still don't have anything to worry about. They're just too worried about it. I think they're overlooking things and overthinking it. As long as you're providing value, you won't have an issue, okay? So whether you use double or single, people are still going to hit the spam button if they wanted to. People are just kind of lazy sometimes. They don't want to look for the unsubscribe button, okay? So they go ahead and hit the spam button instead because they don't feel like scrolling down all the way to the bottom of the email, or they don't even know it's there half the time, okay? All right. Next step is you want to uncheck this. Yes, use captcha from security. Recommended. I would uncheck that. Okay, you can leave all this the way it is. Okay, next thing is you want to connect your contact list with your form. So here's my contact list, my lead skimmer 1, and then that's it. Okay, I want to hit next, and voila. So now you have a page that you can actually change the options on if you want. Jeff did talk about this briefly in his video, and there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can actually just customize this whole page however you want, or you can do other options. You can actually take the subscriber to another website. Okay, so if you don't want to actually customize it yourself, you can just click this right here, and if you wanted to, you can actually send your visitors to like a thank you page, a customized thank you page. So for example, I'm going to use listdrivingprofits.com, and what I'm going to do is send them to the thanks page .htm. Make sure it works first. And basically what this is going to do, guys, is I set up a thank you page. It's like a redirect. It counts down from 5 seconds, and it's a redirect, and it goes to a thank you. Check your email. Same type of thing that Jeff's doing here, except this is going to a customized page, and then it takes them to an offer. Okay, and that's really a great way to do things because you're putting more money in your pocket. Not only are they getting the email, but they're being sent to another offer too. It could be your own offer, like your own product. It could be an affiliate product, like for ClickBank, or maybe a Warrior Forum, like a WSO or something like that. Maybe you set up a PLR. Maybe you edited a PLR and want to sell that. It's totally up to you. I would keep the price point pretty low though, because most people are looking for a lower price point. And since you're sending them to an offer, a back end offer right away, you still haven't built that relationship, with those people. So the lower it is, the better, obviously. Mine's a little bit higher because mine's more of a coaching class, because that's what I do. So let's go check out the page and make sure it's working first. As you can see, it's redirecting. Tells you to check your email. And then it goes on to my List Driving Profits training coaching workshop. Okay, it's a 90-day coaching workshop, and make sure, guys, that you keep it related also. Okay, keep it related to what your list is about. And since Lead Skimmer is all pretty much about list building, you can talk about list building. You can talk about anything that has to do with email marketing, graphics, squeeze pages, headlines, copy. Those are all things related to list building. You can talk about traffic methods, to build your list, things like that. But keep your offer related to list building. So as you can see, my offer was for a list building coaching class, okay, a workshop for 90 days. Make sure you keep it related, because if it's unrelated, obviously it's not gonna work. Okay, it's not gonna convert really well, and you want your page to convert, as best as possible. Okay, and like I said, and even your emails, same thing. You want to keep it related, keep it with good info, and then you can promote different products later on. Okay, build those relationships first, get them in there. I mean, it takes time to build those relationships, but that's the way you got to do it. That's the way it works. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is come down here. Since I have my own page in here already, just check this info, Craig Carone. You don't need any of this stuff because this is not pertinent. What we're going to do is, since we're not using we're using a subscribe page, what we're going to do is we're going to fill out this first email here, okay? And we're going to use both text and HTML. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my swipe here, and I'm going to fill in my first welcome email. And this is an Aweber email, so I'm going to have to kind of switch it out here. So, welcome to Lead Skimmer, and I'm going to just put in the first name here. Actually, we don't even have to do that. Actually, the best way to do it, if you want to do it that way, is just come down here where it says Insert a Custom Field, and then just put contact list name or whatever. But the thing is they're not getting the contact list name. Normally, you would put in something like contact list name. You don't want to do that for every subject line because it gets annoying to people. You have a choice. You can put their email address if you want, but honestly, I'm just going to leave it blank because since it looks kind of tacky to put an email address up there, so I'm just going to leave it blank. Okay, but if you're using other things besides the Lead Skimmer and you have a contact form, like they have to fill in their name and maybe they're in their email, then you can use the first name value. Okay, but for this, I don't want to use that. Now here's something else I do. This is the one that I'm using actually. It's welcome to Lead Skimmer, login details inside. The cool thing about npnmmpro is you can use ASCII characters, or however you say it. Okay, as you can see this little arrow. You couldn't do this with regular lists, okay, or what regular autoresponders, but you can with the npnmmpro, which makes it great because your email will stand out from others. Okay, it'll stand out from other emails. You can even do like little smiley faces and things like that, which is pretty cool. All right, so and we'll test this out and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so I want to go ahead and put the body in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Copy this. I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to change the different things that I need to change in here. Craig Carone. Sorry about the phone. Alright, so next thing I need to do is come up here and make sure that everything coincides. Okay, email, that needs to be changed. So I'm going to go ahead and change the email, and you can come down here where it said insert, and then just put contact's email address. Okay, so you can just put contact's email address right there. Oops, it didn't go in there. Make sure it goes in there. So let's cut that out. Sorry about that. Let's just change that to email address, and then that's it for that. And then your referral link goes here, which I'm not using my referral link. What I'm using is a domain name. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little arrow character in here. I'm actually using a real domain name, and I'm just redirecting it. And it's called the lead skimmer. Whoops. Alright, so that's my link for that. And let's scroll down, make sure that there's nothing else that we need to fill out here. And okay, and you can either put your email in here if you want. You don't have to, but I'm putting my support desk in here. And if you want to put a support desk in, it's really easy to set up, guys. You can actually do it in your hosting account for NPN, or if you have another hosting account. Usually if you go to Fantastico, you can set up a support desk with like 2 clicks. Okay, it's real simple to do, and basically, and it's free. Okay, so I'm going to put in my support desk here. Now if I go ahead and, whoops, we can go take a look at what it looks like. This is my support desk here. Sorry. And that's it. It's free to install. It's actually called OS Ticket, I think. Yeah, osticket.com, and you can get it for free. I would suggest use a support desk, guys. They're very important in your business to use. Don't use emails. Emails can get very cluttered up and things like that. Okay, so do it. Use a support desk. It makes it much easier. Puts all your questions in one, one basket there. So, all right. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna copy this, and we're gonna also put it in the text. Okay. And that's it. Okay, we're done with that. Now we just go to next. And now we go to the error page. I just leave it as it is. If you want to create a custom error page, that's up to you. But I just leave this one the way it is. I don't really need anything special for that. Hit save. And there's your HTML code. Okay, if you have like a squeeze page you're using, other than the lead skimmer, you can put, you can use this HTML code here. Okay, I'm just going to hit OK. And now you see that it's all set up. My lead skimmer 1. Now, what we're going to do now is we want to go and add some autoresponders, okay, to our email campaign or to our form, right? So this is what you do. Come up here, go to autoresponders, create an autoresponder. Now you have to choose the, whichever contact list you're going to use, and as you can see, I'm using my lead skimmer 1. Hit next, and I'm just going to name it the same thing. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it follow-up 1. Okay, so there's follow-up 1. All contacts in my list with status of confirmed. Hit next. Make sure you check all that. I would recommend using HTML and text. Okay, text is okay if you want to just use text. HTML is okay, but what HTML and text does is if they can't see HTML, it'll go through as text. Okay, so if their email service doesn't accept HTML, then it'll show up as text. Okay, and then basically you'll have to set up the days that you want it to be sent out. Okay, so since we have it set up as going out as soon as they sign up, basically what you want to do here is I want to send it out the next day after sign up. Okay, and as you can see, after the contact has been on my list for 1 day, and that'll come right after the first email, obviously, which will be your thank you email. Okay, and that's it for that. So next thing we want to do is hit the next button. Okay, and we want to go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my next one in here. And this one's called My Gift of Awesomeness. Okay, that's it. And put in the body here. And I'm going to change all that anyways. Okay, second email, actually. Now there's two emails that I have for you guys. One is actually, I'll show you here in a minute. Let me just put this in real quick. If you scroll down here, it says right here, it says, anyway, I just wanted to thank you again for signing up and give you a short list building report that should help you with some list building tactics you can add to your arsenal. And then I would put my list building thank you page or whatever. If you want to put a zip file, you can. I wouldn't recommend sending them straight to the PDF. I would actually put it in a zip file and maybe add your some bonuses in there so they can sign up to other things or buy your other products. So I would recommend putting it in an actual zip file if you have a PDF that you want to give away, and then adding some bonuses, maybe some other stuff that you have, some paid products or something like that, okay? Or maybe some other companies you're in, whatever. But basically what this is going to do, it says, this report shows you strategies that I personally use to build a 260,000 opt-in list in less than 19 months. And then it goes on. Now there's two versions of this, okay? This version is for your own report. Now if you want to use somebody else's, there's another version for that. And as you can see, the same thing. Anyway, I just want to thank you again for signing up and give you this short list building report. And then basically this, you can use anybody else's report, okay? You know, send them to a whatever, their squeeze page. Maybe you have maybe you're doing some integration marketing and you want to give them something else. And what you could do is you can set something up for your second follow-up, okay? Like say you want to set it up with a friend. Okay, say, hey man, how about if you give me your squeeze page, I'll give you mine, and we can put it in our second follow-ups, and that way you're both getting subscribers from different people from each other. Okay, so it makes it a lot easier. Integration marketing is autopilot traffic. Okay, you can put it in your thank you pages, whatever, but for the follow-ups, this is a good way. So as you can see, like this one, this report shows you how Craig Crone, an IHOP waiter for 12 years, was able to start building a list and was able to quit his 12-hour-a-day slave job at IHOP within a year's time using his own proven strategies that he personally used to build a 260,000 plus opt-in list in less than 19 months. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. You're just using somebody else. Okay, so that's the purpose of this second revised email. And you guys can get the email. It's on the forums. It says your lead skimmer follow-ups. Okay, so the thing that I want to do here is I want to do the same thing. Okay, I want to do the, hopefully this works here. Insert custom field. And I want to put context email address, and it actually showed up that time. Okay, so we're done with that part. Now I want to put in my list building report. And I'm just going to send them to the thank you page. And I want to make sure it actually works. So I'm going to copy this. Whoops. Forgot you can't do that. Copy, and then I'm going to come over here and paste. And there's my thank you page, as you can see. And that's it. Okay? And as you can see on my thank you page, guys, you can see I have Global NPN on there. I have, my other offers. You can switch these offers out with other people. You can do some integration marketing or integration list building, actually, and you can trade off. If you know somebody that is getting traffic to their website, say, hey man, how about I'll give you an ad to put on your thank you page, and I'll put one of your ads on my thank you page. Guys, this is very powerful. Because if you have enough people that you're doing this with, and you have several other pages, and you're integrating your marketing doing that, I'm telling you, their signups, their opt-ins on autopilot. You don't have to do anything, okay? And it can bring you a lot if you have enough people that you're doing that with. Okay, it's a really slick technique. All right, so let's go ahead and place this over here too, and my name. And that's it. Okay. And you can bold things if you want. Now let's change this. Let's just put hey friend, because the first name doesn't show up anyways. So let's just put hey friend. And that's it. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just want to copy this and put it in the text version too. So I'm going to copy, and I'm going to leave this part here where it says unsubscribe link, and I'm just going to paste. Okay, now essentially you don't want this going past this line here. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to shorten that up a little bit so it doesn't look so tacky. And there's that. Yeah, so essentially we don't want to go past these lines right here, okay? Because it's very important. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I don't need this part anyway. I don't know what I was doing that for. That was part of the warrior forum, or part of the forum there. Okay, so we don't even need that actually. Usually what I like to write down here is I like to write, like, let people know what the next email is going to be. So just some advice, and I'll show you that here in a minute. I'll show you what I did in my other emails. I'll show you. Okay, so we'll move on here. So that's it. You can go ahead and preview your email campaign. You can just put in your your email and then preview it. You can come here and check your email campaign for spam words. As you can see, it's still in the green, 2.6, but I do want to kind of bring it down a little bit. Some of these words, honestly, they're not really accurate because they don't really show up as spam, password and username. I don't really see that ever being a problem. So, but just in case, you don't want to do that. So what I do is I just put name and pass instead of username and password, and that'll bring it down some. So let's go ahead and move on. So saved and exit, and as you can see, it's created January 8th, follow-up 1, 24 hours after sign-up. Remember, make sure that you activate this, okay? Right now it's not active. It's got the X on it. So just click the X, and boom, it's active. That's it. Okay, and do the same things with the following, guys. That's all you have to do. I'm not going to go and put any more in. I just kind of want to show you exactly, how to set it up and things like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I will show you one that's already set up. That way you can kind of get a bird's eye view. So as you can see, my list is still growing. I got 250 contacts now. I had 249 a minute ago. So just today, I've got 24 confirmed contacts today. Today's Sunday. As you can see, this lead skimmer is working really well. Wednesday I had 149 contacts. Thursday I had 74 opt-ins, and today I got 24. I took a break on Friday and Saturday, and I ran my campaign again on Sunday, so it's doing pretty well. I like it. I've already built 250 people on this list. I also have an AWeber list. I've built over 600 on that list already, so I've got about 1,000 people on my list already within a week. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so let's go look at the ones that I already have. Actually, let's go to my autoresponder follow-ups. So I'm going to go to View Autoresponders, and I'm going to go to the one that I already created so you guys get an idea. So, and I don't know why these aren't active. That's kind of crazy. Huh. That's kind of weird. I just activated them the other day, and now they're back not active. That's kind of strange. Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. All right, so here we go. So basically, guys, make sure that you go in here and check this because obviously there's something going on here where it's unactivating them for some reason. Because I know I activated these and I'm not getting my follow-ups. So make sure you go in there and activate all your autoresponders. Make sure that they're active. And I would check them very often because, like I said, I did activate these, but now they're back to inactive for some reason. I have no idea why. But I just activated them. Oh, I know why. Guys, when you go in and edit any of these, it'll go back to inactive, okay? And that's exactly what I did. So that was my mistake. If I go in here and edit, let me go see if it does something here. I'm just curious. Let's just look. Just to make sure. And let's save and exit. Yeah, see, if you edit it, make sure you put them back to active, okay? And that's exactly my mistake, what I did. So you have to have these active, guys, or these autoresponders won't work, okay? All right, so as you can see, I have follow-up 1, 24 hours after sign-up. Follow-up 2 goes out 96 hours after sign-up. And follow-up 3 goes in 144 hours after sign-up. Okay, so let's go in here and let's go check out the follow-up that I was telling you about. Okay, as you can see, 96 hours, hit next. And let's see here. I don't think that's the same email. Yeah, if you go to the bottom, see how I've got. Remember, I was telling you about the next email. I always like to tell people what they're going to get in the next email. So it says, next email, I will be sharing some secret methods to start building your list even faster. Okay, and then that's it. And make sure you come back here and activate it. And same thing here. Go to next. And if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the same thing. Next email, we will be moving onto the next step, using ad swaps to monetize your list from the first step. So basically, I'm taking them through like a traffic technique. In my second email or my third email, I'm taking them to a traffic technique and how to bring fast traffic in and bring a lot of subscribers. And then I move on to the next email, which is monetizing the list and how to use how to benefit from that list. Okay. And then that's it. Okay, so I save and exit, make sure I activate it again, and voila, now I'm done. Okay, so anyways, that's it, guys. If you have any more questions about anything, sorry for such a long video. I just kind of wanted to go in and explain, everything that kind of involves this and why you need to keep your list, related to list building, obviously, or some type of email marketing. And I want to show you guys how to set it up the proper way. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and I hope you get some benefit out of this. And Jeff, I also want to thank Jeff for putting this all together for us. Appreciate you guys. Take care.